While Utopia, Yu's flagship, didn't receive much success, Micromax sub-brand is taking a crack at the flagship segment again with its smartphone dubbed as Unicorn. The Unicorn seems to be a loaded offering and is priced lesser than the price point of Utopia. So let's take a quick look at what it brings to the table. So similar to the Utopia, the Unicorn is built around the 5.5-inch display. However, the design language of the Unicorn is totally different. At the front, you can see it gives an impression of a Mizu device or Oppo F1 Plus, which was launched recently, since you get a minimal design language up front along with a fingerprint scanner which also doubles up as a home button. So this is interesting since we have seen Moto G4 Plus, which was launched recently, which also had a fingerprint scanner at the front but didn't allow for the use of home button. But in this case, Unicorn allows for both. So you can come to the home button by using the virtual navigation keys, or you can jump to the home screen with this button. While at the front it reminds us of some other Chinese smartphones, at the back it gives us an impression of HTC One M9 or other HTC One devices. Since you can see it has a metallic finish and curves aren't as pronounced, but it does gives an impression of HTC device if you don't see this U logo. Otherwise, it's fairly standard in terms of button and port placement. Here you get a micro USB port with speaker grills on both the sides. Same for 3.5mm audio interface, power button and volume rocker, and the hybrid SIM tray. So in this case, you can insert two nano SIMs or one nano SIM along with a micro SD card for storage expansion. Overall, the design language gives us mixed feelings. We really like it since it seems premium, although a bit copied from other devices. It seems slightly bulky at first, but once you get hold of it, it feels really good in hand, and those with long fingers can easily use it with single hands. There is no issue in reaching any corners. You can easily reach the settings menu and so on. Till now, Yu's biggest highlight has been its software, which was powered by Cyanogen, but that has changed with the Unicorn since the device ships with stock Android, which is version 5.1 Lollipop. It seems little bit odd to see more than a year old version right now, considering Android N's beta has been introduced. But apart from that, you get the stock look and feel, although custom icons have been used, and there are a lot of pre-installed apps such as Music by Gaana, which was available on Utopia as well, which acts as its music player also, SDK, U account, and the likes. The biggest software feature in Utopia was Around You, and that's available in Unicorn as well. If you don't know about Around You, then it's a one-stop place where you can search for food, get cabs, book hotel just by searching from here. So it seems interesting, and we will see if the company has refined it from Utopia. The 5.5-inch display on the device bears a resolution of 1920 into 1080 pixels, which is lesser than Unicorn, but we aren't complaining since the display remains very sharp and it's little bit reflective, but otherwise color reproduction seems to be bang on, and viewing angles also are really nice. Talking about the hardware powering the Yu Unicorn, you get MediaTek's Helio P10 processor, which is coupled with beefy 4 gigs of RAM. Let's quickly open some apps and see app opening times. As you can see, apps are opening pretty fast, and switching between apps is also not taking any time, which is as expected considering the hardware firepower. We will check out the performance aspect of Yu Unicorn over the coming days, so stay tuned for that. Let's check out the storage available with the device. The device comes with 32 gigs of memory on board, out of which around 25 GB is available to you, which is pretty good. And as mentioned earlier, you can also expand it with the use of a micro SD card. The Yu Unicorn is also aimed at those who are looking for great battery life, since the smartphone ships with 4100 mAh battery, and we believe that it will easily last more than a day and probably run into 2 days with moderate usage. We will check out the battery during our review. As mentioned, the device also comes with fingerprint reader at the bottom, and like most devices, you will be able to store up to 5 fingerprints. It's interesting that the company is using its own software suite for fingerprints instead of default option available in Android. In terms of camera capabilities, you get 13 megapixel camera at the back with dual tone LED flash, and at the front you get 5 megapixel camera. So as you can see, since company has ditched CyanogenMod OS, you get stock camera app with some features like picture in picture mode, which allows you to set the frame anywhere or use various frames with the picture. Let's take a quick picture. So the shutter speed seems to be fine. We took this shot earlier and the image seems to be good in terms of color reproduction. However, we will judge the camera quality in our review, so stay tuned. Overall, the Yu Yunicorn is really a loaded offering and doesn't compromise on any aspect, be it the styling factor or performance or its battery life, which is an important criteria these days. However, it faces tough competition, so we will check out how it fares in real life and whether it is able to stand out from the competition. So stay tuned for that. This is Nitan signing off. Thanks for watching.